Alright, Shalom. One of our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Where's MacAzalFromTrade.com. Just want to do edification for the elect's sake. Alright, so there's a little news article I saw on Facebook. So I want to do a little video on it. It says scientists claim mysterious object flying past Earth in an alien aircraft. Alright, and this was actually this come out today, the 26th. Alright. Oh no, actually yesterday, my bad. Yesterday, the 26th. Alright, it says I'll just get straight into it. It says, since man first landed in space, he has come across mysterious objects that leave many questions unanswered. The space out there has endless possibilities, so sometimes mysterious objects may surface or roam past our planet Earth. Recently, a mysterious object that scientists claim to be an alien aircraft was observed roaming past Earth. Alright, so for all you people saying that it don't have the chariots out there, or so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High, all of a sudden you're seeing an influx of news sites with people seeing these things. Alright, because the Lord about to make his appearance. Alright, as he says in 2 Ezra, it says judgment like a ring. Alright, so whereas you have the drop before the rain, that is what happening. You're seeing the drops come, like these few sightings you're seeing of so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High, until the day when Yahushua come with 10,000s of his saints. Alright, so it only gonna increase. The sighting of chariots, as Apostle Tar said, the so-called UFOs, they're gonna increase. It says, for scientists, the cigar-shaped object looked nothing more than a passing through asteroid at first, but at a closer look and thorough research, it begged to question whether it was an alien aircraft. When they went a little bit further to point a powerful telescope in the direction of the object. Oumuamua is the name given to the alien object. It's the first of its kind in our solar system. Astronomers of the University of Hawaii first came across the object in October. So they came across the object in October, but only now they really paying out, the information outside. Said it has left researchers more intrigued by its unusual characteristics. It has a needle-like shape, hundreds of meters long. Now, a meter is 3.3 feet. Now, if they said it was 800 meters, that would have been like 300 feet. But this is hundreds of meters long. So this is like this chariot, real big, real long. Alright? And only 1/10 width. It's through this needle shape that it is able to travel long distances in space without coming across interstellar gas or dust. It is believed that to avoid the sun's gravity or roam past our Earth, it would have to fly at a high speed of 196 miles per hour. So this chariot traveling real fast. Alright? Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI, released a statement saying the best architecture of a space aircraft would be a cigar needle shape. It says they added that they're investigating the possibility that Oumuamua is a spacecraft. Oumuamua is the Hawaiian name for scout or messenger. So the reason you calling this thing a scout is because it looked like it just circling Earth, regarding intel, wherever the case is. Alright? So they know these chariots out there. That is why they're spending millions on doing research on outer space, on alien life. But they will tell the media is alien life, so that they will turn their eyes away from the scriptures, but actually in the scriptures that these are the chariots of the Most High, driven by angels. That is why I say I have here messenger, because the word angel means messenger, so they know. A fully steerable telescope with 4 different frequency bands is being used to monitor the aircraft. The distance between the object would take a telescope less than 60 seconds to detect. This is about 2 astronomical units from the Earth, the distance which is equivalent to twice the distance between the Sun and the Earth. So just staying a little distance off. Researchers are first seeking new information whether there is a presence of water or gas around the object, with even the possibility of researching more than 1 million stars and 100 galaxies nearby. However, our relief, the object poses no danger as yet. We have a little video here, and you can go and you can check it out on WhatsApp, or not WhatsApp, on Facebook or YouTube. Right? So just want to read 2 scriptures real quick. This is Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And Zechariah 5 fit in this description here perfectly. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. So a roll is like a scroll. So this chariot that Zechariah seen was actually a cigar-shaped chariot, same that these Hawaiian researchers saw, that they're showing us right now, Oumuamua. Alright, circling the earth right now. Just last week you saw different sightings with chariots, and they only gonna increase, because the day of the Lord is very near at hand. For 2018 might be that year. We hoping. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So they're saying that it poses no danger as yet, because there is the curse. This will come in to bring the destruction, the chariots of the Most High. Alright? For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side, which is Esau, because he stole the Native Americans' land. He stole the tribe of Judah from the west, northern, and central and eastern coast of Africa, and brought them here in slavery. Alright? And everyone that sweat shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Yes, saying that we know the people are the most and that they are. So, it coming into the house of the thief. Alright, them chariots that you people seeing, they coming to do great destruction in the land of America and throughout the world, to bring destruction upon the wicked. Alright? Verse 4. And it shall come forth, and it will come forth, saith Yahweh of hosts. The word host means army, so the Lord bringing them armies with them chariots. And it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweat falsely by my name, saying that you red bastards are the true people of the Most High. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with timber thereof, and with the stones thereof. So the Lord coming to bring great destruction. Alright, that is what the Lord Yahweh Shai coming to do. This is Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15. Behold, Yahweh cometh with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. And by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. So they hoping that this chariot, ain't bringing trouble, but guess what? It's only the Lord waiting for that appointed time when he said, seal the 4 winds until my elect be sealed. So when the elect sealed, then that destruction gonna start, and then you're gonna see them chariots come in the thousands and do great destruction. I just go straight to the point in 2 Ezra chapter 13 verse 6. It says, But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, which is a chariot, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet does fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held his sword, nor an instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it were, being a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And that is what the Lord Yahweh Shai coming to do, especially during the time of World War III, when them armies got over there, the Persian government by the river Euphrates, the Lord gonna come and bring destruction and destroy all his enemies. The scripture said the nation shall wail because of him. Because the Lord ain't coming to bring peace. Alright, he coming to do destruction. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 28. And his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity, and there shall be a bridle in the jaw of the people, causing them to err. Jump down to verse 30. And Yahweh shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall shew the lightning down of his arm, which is them laser beams from his chariot, with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstone. Through the voice of Yahweh shall the Assyrian be beaten with the smut of his rod. So yes, so the Lord come back with them chariots to do destruction. Them chariots is not for peace. Them chariots not for peace. It's the means of Israel's salvation, but it's also the means of Esau's destruction. This is Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 8. Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thy horses and chariots of salvation. So the chariots gonna bring salvation, but they also gonna bring destruction. Alright? They also gonna bring that destruction. Thus saith the Lord. The Most High gonna bring great evil upon this place. That is why we're going out there week after week and prophesying. Alright, to wake up the elect. Alright. Just bear in mind a second. This is Jeremiah 30 verse 23. Behold, the whirlwind of Yahweh goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind, and it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of Yahweh shall not return until he had done it. So yeah, them trials we see, they only coming to bring great pain unto the wicked of this world. And it's most gonna satisfy his anger. And until he had performed the intents of his heart in the latter days, he shall consider it. And we in them latter days right now. We in them latter days where you see the Lord gonna bring great destruction upon the world. Alright? Now, believe me, this is not the shape of the object they're actually showing you. Alright? They might just show you this shit so that you might actually just say, nah, they're just a piece of stone. But this is actually not the shape that they're showing you. Alright? This is not the shape. They're just something that computer generated, wherever the case is. But guess what? There's a chariot on the Most High. As Zachariah said, it look like a scroll. Is the last precept here? This is Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 7. The lion is come out of his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentile is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste without inhabitant. So now, Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, he done ready to come. Alright? He done ready to come, and he gonna bring great destruction upon the world for what he done. The scripture says for the controversy of Zion. The Lord gonna bring great destruction upon the world for the did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which make up the elect of the house of Israel. So in this year coming, guess what? This might be the year of revelation of more chariots. We're gonna see chariots. People are gonna start to be bugging out. The scripture said, "Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven." People are gonna start to be dismayed when they see the high increase of the level of chariots. And this is times we have to look out for, because these times that we've been looking out for. The time of our salvation, be that we part of the hopeful elect. So with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great milestone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar saying Shalom.